What if I could tell you that at 100 years old you could still have the sharpness of mind and the mobility of your 20s? That's becoming more and more possible. Now you may be asking yourself, what new diet pill is this? What new brain exercise is this that can make this possible? I'm here to tell you, it's video games. Yes, the same video games that your mother is yelling at your brother to get off of. Video games are beneficial for the mind and body. They increase brain function. Video games increase brain function and learning, and they also slow down the process of aging. Video games also are great at relieving stress and pain. Now that I have your attention, I want to tell you a little bit more about how video games benefit your brain. Scott Steinberg writes articles for abcnews.com. In one of his recent articles, he talks about how video games are beneficial for all ages. Whether you're in preschool or a retirement home, there is a benefit for you in playing video games. You will always be able to find a reason or something that it can help you with in finding the right video game. Fordham's University, Fran Bloomberg and Sabrina Ismailer recently ran a study and published an article on this study. The study was on 122 5th, 6th, and 7th graders. What they did was they sat these children down in a room and had them play a very casual video game. They recorded their ways of approaching the video game along with their overall mindset and approach to the game itself. What they discovered was quite astounding. They found that the younger children had more attention on the smaller parts of the bigger problem and breaking them down into bite-sized pieces than the older kids who approached the problem with a general solution. So what this means is that the younger children in their brains were unable to look at the whole picture and had to break down the smaller portions of the bigger problem of the video game, even in a casual situation such as this. Now, I've told you a little more about how your brain benefits from video games. Next, I'd like to tell you about how video games slow down father time, and they slow down the process of aging. Video games slow down the process of aging. Drew Gorini writes articles for the Huffington Post. He recently mentioned a study done by the University of Iowa in his article. There were two studies done by the University of Iowa that he mentions. The first study is on a group of people that played a brain-teasing game for 2 hours. Now, this brain-teasing game increased their ability to function at a high level with their brains, and it also slowed down the process of aging by a significant amount. The other study done by the University of Iowa was done on 681 50-plus-year-olds. What they did was they took every single one of these 681 50-plus-year-olds, they sat them in a room and had them play 10 hours of a casual video game. Playing this 10 hours of video game, they were measuring things like brain waves and other moods and such of these participants in the study. What they found was that playing these 10 hours of video games, they were able to slow down the process of aging by almost 7 years. Now, I've told you a little bit about how video games can slow down the process of aging and stop father time. Now let me tell you why video games are great at relieving stress as well as pain. And they can truly help you unwind from a long, stressful day. Video games relieve stress and pain. A 2010 study by the American Pain Association showed that virtual reality games especially help relieve pain. They go on to talk about why this is. The study shows that your brain does not have the ability to focus on pain and a virtual reality game at the same time. How they proved this was they took subjects with terminally ill diseases that are suffering through exorbitant amounts of pain and had them play a virtual reality video game. Now, throughout this, they were monitoring their pain levels through verbal questions like, what's your pain level at 1 to 10? What they found is that because your brain cannot focus on the virtual reality video game and the pain itself, your brain goes to the virtual reality video game because that is what it is choosing to do, not what is forced upon it by the nerves in itself. What they also found is that the brain releases endorphins while playing video games. These endorphins are related with happiness, but also related with the numbing of pain, thus helping you forget about your pain by not letting your brain focus on it while you're also relieving it. So the next time someone offers you a Tylenol for your headache, you could say, "No, I'm okay," and go pick up an Xbox One controller and play a couple rounds of Call of Duty. Now, I've told you why video games are beneficial for the mind and body. Video games can help with brain function and learning. Video games also have been shown to slow down the process of aging. Video games can relieve stress and pain. So I want every single one of you in this room, and everyone listening online, to go out and find a video game. There are millions of them out there. You can find one that you like and test it out. See how video games benefit you. There's nothing that can hurt you from these video games, only things that can benefit. So I want you to go out, find something you like to play, and play it. And see if video games are really beneficial for your mind and body.